Here's your negative issues you haven't gotten over yet. Yeah, I'm going to be your therapist, partner. Here's your bad life lessons that you still living under. When you join a gang, what happens to you? You feel tougher because it's a bunch of y'all. Mob mentality. And here's another thing. You also are a part of a pack. You got to live on code. Oh, I lived in it. Right there. I was right there. Yeah, you got to be on code. You got to walk a certain way, act a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain way in the group. Familiar? Now you're 60 and now your gang is Democrats. Now your gang is the DNC. Banging on anybody else who ain't sounding the same, looking the same, acting the same, talking the same, walking the same. Scared ass kid. Still in the gang and just gonna switch it up from Crips or Bloods to some damn Democrat or Republican. Grow up. Second thing is you are a dropout. Me and you ain't the same. I'm not acting out those traumas. I ain't acting out like I gotta be a part of a gang or a pack or act a certain way. I ain't on code. I do the code. I write my own code, damn it. Talking about dropout. And look, me, while you doing all that growing up in the same neighborhood as me, still a little older, in the same neighborhood as me, guess what I'm doing? Putting my head down, looking at them damn books, going to practice, avoiding the gangs, not trying to get jumped every other day so I could become who I want to be. What is that, Marcellus? Wherever the hell I wanted to be.
I hear Marcellus Wiley, I'm reminded of a quote by Oscar Wilde, and he said that every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. And they interpreted that to mean that regardless of what you did in your past, that redemption is possible. You reference the things that I've done in my past, the things that I've done to hurt people, the things that I've done to do damage. But what are you doing now? What things do you do now to make things better? Who do you throw your support behind? Like, to me, I think that the gang now I support is the 350,000 black women who've lost their jobs, or the federal workers who are now unemployed, or the people who are being spirited away and denied human rights because of the color of their skin or the language they speak. When I was a kid, I believed that you should throw your support behind the most powerful people because that will keep you safe. But now I understand that it's the things you do for people that can't do anything for you that matters. It is the fact that Oscar Wilde believed that regardless of what you did in your past, that redemption is possible. And I think redemption is possible if you do things opposite of the way.
So that was DL replying to Marcellus Wiley. He has a better, more in-depth follow-up that we'll get into a minute. Now, folks, I did not know Marcellus Wiley was a Republican. I mean, I follow some of what he does. I know that he was a big-time football player, done a lot of things in football, but I had no idea he was GOP. And then I had to do some research on some of the things he said to realize that. And I was like, damn, Marcellus Wiley, really? And for me, I wouldn't have a problem with someone being GOP 10 years ago. Because we, people who know better, we used to always say what the GOP was really thinking had nothing to do with helping the economy. It was about hate, and it was about, if you was rich, how much money you could save from paying taxes and how much money you could skim from the government in handouts for your business. Back then, we could give them a benefit of a doubt. Nowadays, we can't do that shit. And to hear that Marcellus Wiley is caking up for the Republican Party today, right now, even if it's for his money, it's ridiculous. It's horrible. It's bad. Now, let's see what DL had to follow up with currently. That was fire, that was intelligent, that was intellectual, everything you want to hear from DL. Let's jump in.
Now, Marcellus Wiley, I know something you don't want to do for sure is to go back and forth about people's past, your past or mine. I can guarantee you there are things that you've been accused of in your past you don't want to talk about. So let's keep it off past, because suffice it to say, both of us have done things we're not proud of. Both of us have done things we either have atoned for or should. So let's stay where we are right now. I'm no more a gang member and a dropout than you are a football player. But where I am now, yeah, you graduated from Columbia. But do you think you're that much more intelligent than me? We both do the same things. Well, you're a podcaster, I'm a broadcaster. We both say things. You see things and you say them. I see things and I say them. I don't got to go back to your past. I go by what you're doing right now. Right now. And what you are doing right now is helping a man who decided to make the world a darker place for people that look like me and you. That's what you've decided to do. That ain't your past. That's last week. That's today. That's something you do all the time. My dislike for you has nothing to do about what you did in your past. It's what you continue to do now by saying washing the stuff that's going on right now. By saying washing it. You can talk about my activity in a gang, but nothing I've ever done is as horrible as the things that you abide. And you and I both know what it's like to have somebody bring up your past. You and I both know what it's like to be accused of something you didn't do. But some of us grow up and some don't. Some of us trade places. That's, I think, what's happened to me and you. I've tried to do something about the things I've done. I've tried to do something about the ills that I see. You have signed on for them.
Wow. Well, there you hear it. DL comes back with the nice clapback of Marcellus Wiley. And as I said, I've heard his podcast about sports and his YouTube, and he does a good job on the sports. And I guess I haven't listened enough to know that he was like this hardcore Republican MAGA supporter. And then I did some digging and it was like, oh, holy fuck, here we go. Really? And the thing that just bothers me about, it's one thing for white rich people to do it. And even they shouldn't do it, because at the end of the day, no matter how rich you are, no matter how much you own a corporation, no matter how big your corporation is, people whose very intent is to be the elitist and the racist, eventually, once they feel like they've eliminated enough minorities, they will come for what you like, whether it's your religion, whether it's the way you do business. They will come for you. Why don't you ask the farmers in America that are mad with Trump, who gave Argentina farmers $20 billion, who took that money and said, F America, and went and spent it on China? Okay, you see how this works? Marcellus Wiley. I'm shaking my head because this man said he's close friends with Jason Whitlock. What the fuck? Most of you who know who Jason Whitlock is know he is one of the biggest tap dancers for MAGA, one of the biggest self-hating black people on planet Earth, one of the people who I'm surprised he hasn't bleached his skin like Michael Jackson yet. I mean, wow. And just think, folks, there pretty much 80% of black men, we understand the assignment as a collective. But the ones who make the biggest noise tend to be that 20%, like Marcellus, like Jason Whitlock, like Stephen A. Smith. Those guys want to be a part of a club that really don't want them. They just want them for how much they can get out of them. That's what they really want them for. So you guys let me know. Am I missing something here? Did DL or did DL not hold it down and continues to hold it down for the people? Post your comments. Let me know what you think about that one. Stay tuned to the end of this video where I will drop you guys my opinions on how to solve gun violence. I have got a thing I'm calling the Tyson Save the Kids app. You'll hear it. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel. Follow me. Turn on those notifications, folks, because apparently my videos haven't been getting pushed out there the way they should.